how did you guys meet? You met through
work.
Yes.
There's nowhere to meet anybody else. All I did was work.
You met at work.
Yeah.
So you are a young actor at the time. Were you 17 when you met him? 16?
I think I was 18 by the time he started working on the show. I think. I'm not sure about that. It's possible I was younger, but I was at least 8. I was most likely 18.
And how did this relationship start?
A lot of like hanging out on set, a lot of hanging around we would hang out in the writer's room after work. He would show me movies that he thought I would like Dazed and Confused, which I did not like, but I pretended to like. He would play me music that he liked, which I did not like, but I pretended to like. It's also like, why do they all have terrible taste?
It's horrible.
They have such bad taste.
Or Jennette, pause. Maybe it's because they're 30 fucking whatever and you're 18, so there's no way you're gonna have the same taste.
Yeah.
Maybe when you get to that age, you actually would like that movie or that song. But how are you at 17, 18?
I still don't like it. I still think these
you're like, actually,
trash.
fuck that shit. Okay, so you guys start hanging out, and then how does it like progress to a relationship?
He comes over. The feelings part of it, like us saying our feelings, I don't remember the sort of nature of that, but I remember him coming over really drunk one night to my apartment. At this point, I've moved out of my mom's place. I'm very new, like also red flags all over. I've been living away from my mom for maybe 2 months, and I'm like, great, okay, a relationship, that'll be great. And he comes over and he has beer stains on his shirt and he's bumbling around. And at this point in my life, I've never had a sip of alcohol, so I don't understand how drunk he is. Like now I go, okay, he was drunk off his ass, but I didn't know, did you drink one drink and that's how drunk you are? How drunk is one drink? How drunk is 10 drinks? I had no frame of reference. So he just comes over really drunk and we like make out, and it's a lot of drinking. And it's that for months. And I tell him, at that point I was still I was no longer going to church, but I was still kind of tied to my Mormon roots and didn't want before marriage and didn't feel ready for that. And I certainly was not, in terms of maturity. And so he and I just made out a lot and kind of, dry a lot. Very high school.
What do you remember about how you felt about the age gap?
Thinking that I was mature, thinking that I was so smart that this could happen. And also, I hadn't really felt a deep connection with anybody my age at that point yet. I had felt one connection with a female friend who I still love to this day, but she was, 7 years older than me. So not nearly the age gap that it was between he and I. But, I remember thinking like, oh yeah, there's just something about me that's a little different. Like I'm special. Like that's what it felt like for me. I'm special. I can connect with older people. Younger people aren't on my wavelength. Like, please.